intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He's stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The gain moves the ball past the 40. Sets up another 1st and 10. To the air. It's Russell. Looking to scramble. Makes the grab. It's Golden.
And that is always the toughest thing for defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
He made the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. First down, looking for more now. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Tailback with another carry. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Chris, this has been a fun opening drive to watch by this offensive coordinator, blending everything, mixing in run with pass, a lot of formations. This defense right now is guessing what's coming next. Now they're in that goal-to-go situation. Can they punch it in and get
touchdown, Alabama, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the... On the offense will start at the 25. First play looking to throw it. On the run here. Lets it go. The freshman with a little too much air under that one. It's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And this one is caught. They get it down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. On the move now. Oh, he escapes. Gets rid of it on the move. Nice grab. It's Watkins. And then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
To see the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Bringing pressure. The receiver makes the catch. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
They make the stop, but the screen pass fools the defense enough to pick up first down yardage.
I love early in a game like this where you get the running back involved. You just get his hands on the football. Also, nice easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice easy throw. And look at this. It ends up being a huge play.
Good throw to the left. Oh, he makes the catch. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. Moves out of the pocket. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. It's intercepted. Trying to fire it into a tight window. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring bet and sets the offense up at the 33. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14.
Love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defense.
He's forced out of bounds with the defense. You're just short of the line of scrimmage. Short loss.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure, came up with a sack.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Scanning the field. It's Russell. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Short completion. A third down play coming up. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Good throw to the right, looking for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
This coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
He'll pitch it. Breaks into the clear. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Good job by the defense forcing this pitch to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. The problem is they gave up some positive yards there, but at least they brought him down.
This will be the 9th play on the drive. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Tackle, but first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Looking for his big tight end. What a catch! They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with the first down of 17.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Here's the second down play. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Touchdown, Bama. That's how you finish a play. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. At this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Caught quickly. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Back to pass. It's Van Buren. He escapes the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
running play called on 3rd and short. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Completion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. Too much on that throw.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Parker. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the 1st down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
No punt. Offense still on the field, going to go for it on 4th down. They try to sneak it for the 1st. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking for some space. It's Barry. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Scanning the field. It's Van Buren. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it now. Caught on the outside. It's Barry. Gets out of bounds and a short gain on the play.
The back catches it on that play, Chris. Kind of looked like a receiver on the way they designed that play, and I love the toe tap at the end. He's inbounds. Nice game.
3rd and short here in this playoff. It's the 9th play of the drive coming up. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? From the gun, he looks for an open man. On the move now. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
Well, I'm not surprised they decided to throw the football here on 4th down, but how about the defense doing their job, especially up front, getting in those passing lanes and just knocking the ball down? Not exactly what this offense envisioned and how this play would work out.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. A misfire on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. This time it's complete. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. It's the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitching catch.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Russell. Moves out of the pocket. Bought some time, now lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Adams. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
They tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. A tied offense line up here on 1st and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tremendous protection. There was bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, tied.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. First down. Looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic that moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Picks up the first, looking for more. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This offense cannot be stopped.
Goes with another touchdown. This first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
The extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. He escapes the pocket. Trying to get the throw off. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Watkins. It's a fumble. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Looks like one more play here before halftime. And looking to throw now on first down. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back. So the offense will start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. It's a steep mountain to climb here in the second half. They need to get going, cut into this deficit right here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Fresh lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. It's a shotgun run call. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. A very quick throw.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Sperry. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Watkins. That moves the football to the 27 and a 1st down. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
2nd down after the incompletion. The shotgun handoff here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Extending the play now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Jukes to get free. And that gain moves the ball across midfield. 1st down coming up from the 46.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Dropping back, it's Russell. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Getting set. Here's second down. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Man, the defense, it's all about assignment football. Somebody's got to be able to account for the quarterback, which they do. Nobody's left for the pitch man. Good job by this offense picking up some positive yards.
Looking to throw here. Contact as he let the ball go. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. In these playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle with a shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the fourth by going to the air. Short pass finds the tight end. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
And there's the tight end. I've been waiting to see him make a play. And
here he goes. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LSU. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. And he drops back in the gun. And he makes it into the end zone to cut this lead a little more.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for two. Great throw.
And he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. The Alabama offense onto the field. And the quarterback keeps it here. Has the first down and more. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
Working clock with the ground game. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, this guy's been a lot of fun to watch today, showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Going to have to go back to the drawing board.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Catch made over the middle. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Here's a target, and it's complete. Touchdown, Bama. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. They'll change the pre-snap look now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for a late deep throw. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
What's another incompletion? Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get in the sync. And now we got another 4th down for this quarterback.
Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. And the back now goes in motion. Good throw, complete to the tight end. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Some hard running there through a tackle. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for a late deep shot. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Here's the snap. The quarterback drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, they can't bring him down. Close to the tight end. And he'll just get rid of it.
Hey, great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the 2-point try.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. So here comes the Alabama offense back out of the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. Oh, what a spin. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff.